Good, happy Wednesday morning. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast. Let's get started. First up, Rochester woman hit by car taken to hospital. A Rochester woman was hospitalized Tuesday night after she was struck by a vehicle. At 6:12 p.m., Frisbee EMS, Rochester Fire and Rochester Police went to Fern Street between Linden and Farmington Streets to investigate reports of a motor vehicle collision involving vehicle striking a pedestrian, causing injuries. Officials said Danielle Robinson, 20, of Rochester, was turning left onto Fern Street from Farmington Street when she encountered a pedestrian, Lori Carey, 52, who was standing on the right side of the roadway. The area is poorly lit, and Carey was wearing dark clothing. Robinson saw Carey in the roadway as she was making the turn and attempted to avoid a collision by braking. The front right corner of her vehicle struck Carey, knocking her to the pavement. Carey was transported to Frisbee Memorial Hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. No charges are being thought due to visibility issues. Rochester Police asked residents to use light or reflective clothing and to avoid wearing dark color clothing while walking on the streets after dark. Shaheen Hassan warned on Obamacare repeal efforts. Hassan calls for price confirmation hearing delay. Let's take a listen to this video from NH1 News.
Democratic senators joining forces today in their fight to try and save Obamacare.
NH1 political director Paul Steinhauser with our story tonight.
The effort to repeal the Affordable Care Act is on a very fast track.
A warning from Senator Jeanne Shaheen on the push by President-elect Donald Trump and Republicans in Congress to scrap the federal health care law, better known as Obamacare.
And despite President-elect Trump's comments that were aired over the weekend talking about his health care plan, so far we haven't seen what it is, and I am concerned about what that might include. About 120,000 people have access to health care now who didn't have it before the Affordable Care Act. That about 600,000 people in this state have pre-existing conditions. We're not sure what will happen to them.
Shaheen ringing the alarm bell as she teamed up with New Hampshire's newest U.S. Senator, fellow Democrat Maggie Hassan, at a roundtable discussion in Manchester with health care providers. Hassan warning that the state's efforts to fight the drug epidemic could be in jeopardy.
So when people talk about repealing it, they should understand that it will have an impact on our capacity to treat people for substance use disorder.
Later, I asked Hassan about the congressman Trump picked to steer his health care efforts, Health and Human Services nominee Tom Price.
Are you concerned by the reports that he invested in a medical device company and then days later introduced legislation that would maybe help that company?
Well, I certainly think those reports are very concerning. So I think there should be a full investigation, and I don't think his hearing should proceed until he's been cleared by the ethics office.
In Manchester, I'm NH1 News political director Paul Steinhauser reporting.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Trump nominee to face questions about Obamacare stock trades. Rep. Tom Price, Republican Georgia, Donald Trump's pick to lead the Department of Health and Human Services faces his first test Wednesday in a hearing on Capitol Hill. Wall Street eyes CPI yellowing comments. U.S. stock index feature pointed to a higher open on Wednesday as traders eyed a host of data and earnings, as well as comments from Federal Reserve's Chair Janet Yellen. Reports George H.W. Bush hospitalized. Former President George H.W. Bush has been hospitalized, according to the Houston Chronicle and Houston TV station KHOU. And that is it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Wednesday. See you back here later on today. Goodbye, everyone.